Hello everyone, my name is Robert Garza, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 or 6 of my favorite tools that I like to use when performing malware analysis. Just a quick disclaimer, this is the first time I've ever recorded a video of myself and uploaded it, and I'm not going to be editing it. It's going to be completely raw, so please excuse any mistakes, errors, awkward pauses, and whatnot. So the malware sample we're going to be performing analysis on today is an old rat or admin tool called Adwind. Actually, this malware resurfaced not too long ago, maybe about a year or two ago. And this time around, it was attacking different industries. It had different aliases. One of them, which you probably know of by JRat. So the first tool I'm going to show you is a tool called Process Hacker. Um, I am going to be running through these tools fairly quickly, by the way, but I will be sure to show you all the important features, at least all the features that I use. So, so obviously with Process Hacker, this tool is useful so you can see all the running processes. You can also suspend them, and you can see all the running strings and memory. Also, you can see anything that's going on with services, anything that's going on the network or on disk. Um, and just a side note, one thing that I do like to do, and I suggest you add these to your columns as well. I like to add a command line, ASLR, and integrity. Um, so with the first one, I like to see the command line so I can see the command line invocation of a particular process to see how it's spawned. With ASLR, it's good to have on so you can know if a process has ASLR enabled, and then you know whether or not you need to disable it for debugging purposes. Now, we're not going to get into debugging today. That's a whole other video that could take 15-20 minutes, walking you through how to debug a malware sample. So I'll save that for a later time. And then the last one is integrity level. So obviously with that one, I like to see at what level, what integrity level a process is running at. All right, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is execute the malware now so we can see all the different running processes. So we'll go ahead and launch that real quick, and right away we everything in red, those are new processes being spawned, and also saw some processes being killed. There we go. I like to have it at the bottom. Saw that happened fairly quickly, so what we can do now is go ahead and we can right click and we can pause on this Java executable that was spawned. So we'll go ahead and suspend that, and then we can go ahead and click on properties, and right here click on search. So we do have the command line invocation here. We can see that Java executed and created this file, and actually this is a new file because the original file that executed was not didn't have this name. So what's happening here is after I executed this malware, a new process was spawned, and we'll see more of that later. All right, close this out. Next, what I like to do is look at memory. I like to look at all the strings that are running in memory. So go ahead and click on this, open this up. So this will give us a nice huge list of all the various strings that are running in memory for this particular process. But what's really important here is you can pull up a filter here. If we can get some key network indicators, we can filter out by network. You can type in network or HTTP, and we'll open this up. And as you can see, this gives us some very useful key network indicators, the IP address and port that the bad guy is working out of. So we can go ahead and pull this information and use it to protect our environment. All right, so that's great. They gave us a nice overview of the tool, but how about all those other processes that ran in the background that started up and closed very quickly? It'd be nice if we could actually see what happened, maybe get a timeline. So for that, what I like to use is a tool called Procmon right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and roll back here to a clean state. I should probably pause this. All right, and we're back. So we're going to go ahead and start up Procman. The cool thing about this tool, there's a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise with this tool. It's important to use filters. Um, so with this tool, you can view the registry activity, file system activity, network activity, processes, and threads. But like I said, you should definitely use filters. So let's go ahead and set a filter on this. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and create a new filter where the operation is process create. So what this will do, will give us, this will filter out a bunch of the noise and give us a nice clean list of all the processes that are being created when we launch this malware, and also it'll show us the command line invocation associated with each process as well. So go ahead and add that in, click apply, click OK. Let's go ahead and run that malware again. All right. Now we have this nice running timeline of all the processes that were being created when I executed the malware. As we can see here, the very first thing I did was obviously double click the malware, executed this VB script, which was under this C script right here, app data local temp retrieve .vbs which is what executed it. The next interesting thing that we see here is this Xcopy right here. So obviously I didn't execute this, but what's happening here is everything in this JRE7 folder is being copied over to C that uses Robert, app data, Oracle, and everything in the subdirectories as well. So that's not good. That's obviously being initiated by the malware itself. So the next suspicious thing that we see here is there was some folders created here with hidden attributes underneath c.users Robert blah 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 star. So everything in that folder is going to be hidden, and in the parent folder as well. So it looks like the malware has created some hidden folders here, or rather some hidden content in those folders. We can go down here now, and we see that it's actually going into that folder, and it's executing this random looking file here, this jar file. And then we have repeat activity going on down here. It looks like there's two VB scripts that are being executed by that jar file. So what looks like is happening here is that the jar file is being executed and it's copying itself to a new location. And we can see that if we apply a new filter. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and create a new filter here where the operation is create file. There we go. Go ahead and add that. Apply and OK. And as we can see, we see a whole lot of information here. So we can start to scroll down and stop when we see anything of interest. Here we go. So we saw this earlier, the C script, which created this this VB script right here under Rubber App Data local temp. Created a couple of those files. And obviously we see it again. We see some more down here. So continuing down this list, there is this one interesting file I wanted to show you. So scroll down. I believe it should be any one of these. So right here we have that the Java process, which created this jar file, this weird funky name. So what we can do is just right click, select jump to, and here we see that the malware's created all these files. We can dig through these. We can see this one has my UUID in it. And then this one right here, what we can do is show you something interesting. So what I'm going to do is copy this jar file to my desktop, and what I want to do is compare these two files, the hashes, the original file that I executed with this other jar file. We're going to compare the hashes, and we see that the hashes do in fact match. So this is essentially the same file. What's happened here is that the jar file has copied itself to a new location, renamed itself, and re-executed. So that's quite interesting. All right, so that's great, that's cool, but what would be nice, let me scroll back up here. What would be nice is if we could see what these VB scripts contained. So let me go ahead and open a window here. Well, as we can see, they are located in the temp folder. So let's then navigate there, open up a window, and as we can see here, open this up, those temp files are no longer in here. So what has happened is the malware has written the script, executed it, and then gotten rid of it without me having the chance to analyze it. So with that, that's going to end things for this tool, and we're going to go ahead and carry on to the next tool. Alright, so CaptureBat actually does a lot of the same things that Procman does, but one of the really cool things I wanted to show you was, well, you saw how in Procman, how we had that issue where we wanted to dig into those VB scripts in the temp folder, but they were gone. The malware had deleted it. Well, CaptureBat solves that problem. So essentially what CaptureBat does, it runs in the background and it will capture any modified or deleted files for you. So we'll go ahead and run that now. I'll show you the CaptureBat's options as well. capture. So you can go ahead and review some of the options here. Oh, what's really cool too is that you can also capture PCAPs with CaptureBet. So that's pretty neat. So we're actually only interested in taxi copy files that are modified or deleted. So we'll go ahead and run that option. But before we do that, I want to have Process Hacker running in the background just so we can see. It's just to ensure that the malware is being executed. Okay, so I'm going to execute the malware. We should see it running in here. Oh, it's on top. Java. There we go. Okay, so we can run this. So I'm just going to wait a little bit for the malware to do its thing, so we can collect all these files. So I'll be right back. I'm just going to let this run for a minute. All right, I'm back. So I stopped CaptureBet and let it run for about a good minute or so. As you can see, I forgot to turn off my Splunk Universal Forwarder, so I probably captured a lot of junk. So anyhow, let's go ahead and see what CaptureBet captured. Let's open up a window in here. If I can spell. As you can see, it rolled everything into this nice zip folder for us. I'm gonna extract this on the desktop. We can close this. We can probably close this out as well. Let's see what's in these files. Here we go. So we have deleted files, C, users, Robert, data, local temp, and here we go. As you can see, we have those VB scripts. So let's go ahead. So we can open this with either Notepad++ or Sublime, or you can simply click on Edit, and you can see here what the malware is trying to do is it's enumerating all the firewall product information in case it has to bypass that. Let's look at this next file. Antivirus, so it's enumerating any AV products in an attempt to bypass that as well. Antivirus, same thing. And firewall, same thing. So the reason why we're seeing duplicates, I mean, it's consistent with what we've been seeing with the malware behavior. What it does after you execute it is that it replicates itself, or it copies itself to another location under a different name, and then it re-executes itself. So that's the reason for these duplicate files. Everything correlates. All right, so that was CaptureBet. That's an awesome tool. I absolutely love it. Very useful. So that brings us to our fourth tool, which is Microsoft Network Monitor. I'm going to go ahead and revert. Yes. Yeah, so the reason why I like to use Microsoft Network Monitor sometimes, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Wireshark. That's an awesome tool as well. But the only issue is with Wireshark is that some malware authors they will actually code their malware to detect Wireshark or other malware analysis and reverse engineering tools. So that's the only problem with that. So I'm going to go ahead and start up Microsoft Network now. And another cool thing I forgot to mention about Microsoft Network Monitor is that the PCAPs are 100% compatible with Wireshark. So that's pretty neat. So let's go ahead and start a new capture. So I'm just going to show you just a couple cool features that I like that you can't find on Wireshark. So we'll go ahead and start this and run the malware. Okay, as we see, Java file was executed. All right, so the malware is run, so we're capturing traffic. So one of the really cool things that I really like is that this tool, it'll capture traffic by process. So we can just filter out all the traffic under this Java process, and it just looks a lot cleaner here. All right, so if we continue to scroll down, obviously we can see that same malicious IP and port number that we saw earlier when we executed the malicious file and filtered out for network indicators. And I mean, like I said, I just like using this tool because you can filter out by the process, the Java, and it just looks more simplified, more clean. And if you wanted to, you could even break this down even further and have a look at each individual conversation for different processes. And from there, I mean, there's a lot you can do. You can extract any binaries if there were any being returned, etc., etc. Very cool tool, super powerful. There's lots that you can do. That's all I wanted to show. Uh, and this one's we're running short on time. We're already 23 minutes in, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. The next tool um, I'm gonna demo is auto runs. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and launch auto runs. And auto runs is an amazing tool because so what auto runs will do is that it will show you all of the persistence mechanisms that most malware um, will use. All right, so I think I just made a recording mistake. Um, I'm not sure if I was recording for the past 30 seconds or so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start from the beginning of auto runs. I mean, I was only 30 seconds in, so I apologize if this is a repeat. So anyhow, like I said, the last and final tool that I want to show you guys is auto runs. So this is an awesome tool. So this tool um, will enable you to view all the persistence mechanisms that most malware will use. Um, so you can have a quick look at everything. You really don't have to The two most common tabs that I look at are schedule tasks to see if the malware has created any scheduled tasks, obviously. In this case, it hasn't. Um, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and go to log on. So if we look down here under HQCU, software, Microsoft Windows run, which is a very popular path for malware to run persistence in, we see that same funky entry in here. SRGK, blah, blah, blah. And if we can move this over, we can see that it launches Java. So let's go ahead and right click and we can go to jump entry, and we'll double click on this file, and we can see the command line invocation. And we can see here that Java is invoking that long, weird, mysterious binary that we saw since the very. So that's it. That's the persistence mechanism. Obviously, this malware will survive a reboot, even if I delete the original file on the desktop that I executed. After a restart, it will reestablish a connection with the bad guy, so long as this entry is in the run key. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just to do a quick recap. So the first tool that we covered was Process Hacker. Then we went through Process Monitor or Procman. Then after that, I showed you guys how to recover deleted or modified files using CaptureBat. I then showed you guys how to use Microsoft Network Monitor, which can look for network traffic by process. And lastly, we went through auto runs, which gives you a quick and easy way to look for persistence mechanisms. All right, guys, so that's it. Thank you for tuning in and sticking it out for this long. We're running on almost 30 minutes now. So thanks. Stay tuned for future videos. I have a few things in mind for future videos. I think I definitely want to play around with some ransomware. Maybe do like a deep dive debug WannaCry. Or also, I was thinking about maybe doing some more red team stuff. Maybe doing some pen testing. Um, so I am collecting. I'm gonna slide this over my Kali box. So I am collecting logs from all my boxes. I have Splunk installed on my desktop, and I have the universal forwarder installed on my Kali box, my Windows 7 box, 64-bit, 32-bit, my Ubuntu machine, you name it. So I was thinking about pen testing this web application, and going through all the logs in Splunk to see how it looks, and create alerts so you can protect yourself or detect for these types of attacks. Um, so yeah, here's my Splunk dashboard. This should show all my boxes that I'm collecting logs from. Windows 7, the Kali. That's the 64-bit machine. It's 32. My Ubuntu machine and whatnot. Pretty cool. So thanks again for tuning in, and watch out for future videos. Thanks.